You know how it happens. You're treating their sprains, or fixing the trains, or trying too hard to come first. You sure got a thirst. A hard-earned thirst needs a big cold beer. And the best cold beer is Vic. A long, cold Vic.
It's so hard to have a gay time on your own.
It could be that grey chalk and biscuit coating.
It's so hard to have a gay time on your own.
It could be that smooth toffee ice cream in the centre. Or that whole delicious golden gay time taste.
Hard to have a gay time on your own.
Street.
What happened, Gandalf? Why didn't you meet us?
Oh, I'm sorry, Frodo. I was delayed.
Come on, citizen. That was a banger. He says, this is what Brandon would do. Welcome, everybody. It is a new year, a new day, a new dawn, 2026. And I almost didn't make it. Thank God, he says. No, I've listened to that like 3 times. Sometimes you just find something. And you've got to share it. Zaid Raid, welcome, everybody, from the Zaid Show. Brandon and Phil graciously sending you all over here. Great. Very much appreciated. Yeah, like I said, I spent the last 4 days troubleshooting, resetting, erasing. It's like my computer just died on me, but somehow it came back from the dead. New peripherals purchased. I've got a brand new Wacom. I'm going to go get a brand new hard drive. I think I'm going to get through. I was staring down a $6,000 purchase that was narrowly avoided. So it's very good to be here. And what does Bo say? The only thing missing was a small background chorus singing, I'm cool like that. I think it had that, actually. I liked it. Gets me in the mood. I hope you're all well. Thank you very much for joining me here. I'll shout out Mo came in, not first, but first. We got Casey Anthony in the house. Yang is here. Great to see Citizen Ronan. Cranberry Lange is just popping in to say, yo, well, hello. Peter Orchard Studios. What's up, buddy? Great to see you. Rick Saylor. Give the fist bump. Dale in the house. Bootleg Entertainment. Bootlegger. Well, welcome. Very much happy to have you here. Dr. Mask Retro Alexa. What is the size of the Wacom? It's the large. It's not they're kind of small now though, because they're so streamlined. I didn't realize my older one. Let me show you. My older one was this big, but it's actually the same size. That's 17 years old. Look at all the lucent that's been drawn on this thing. This one is fresh and new. But we're not here to talk about Wacoms. Although maybe, I don't know, maybe I am with Fabrizio. I'm just here to have a chat. So let's bring him on. Hold on a sec. Let me take this down. What's up? What's up, Mr. Sumo Thori? Waco? No, Wacom. Wacom? Is it Wacom or Wacom, Fabrizio?
I've been saying Wacom for decades, so...
Yeah, because I hear some people say Wacom, and then I'm like, am I an idiot? Have I been saying it wrong this whole time?
It's the GIF debate. Some people are right.
Which side of the fence are you on that one?
It's a GIF.
It's obviously a GIF.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy's like, no, it's a GIF. You invented something, and you don't get to just instruct. It's a graphic interfaced, I don't know, something file.
Format.
For Bancroft, it's always Dewey. Here we go. Here's the correct pronunciation: Dewey, Wacom, and Howie. Howie? Is that the Huon one? I don't know. Dr. Mask says hello. Are you a digital artist?
Sometimes. So the comic book is pretty traditional except for colors, but I'm a digital sculptor, so I do a lot of ZBrush sculpting stuff. So I use a Cintiq for that.
Oh, I love that. So I've seen you've had a little figure.
Yeah. I've been doing ZBrush for like 20 years.
You make all that yourself?
Yeah, I've been sculpting for like 20 some years.
Man, that's the one thing I really would love to get into, but just never really I don't. It takes a long time to learn things, and I look at that and I watch videos of what people do, and I'm like, that looks difficult. So I don't have another 10, 15 years to
yeah, you got to pick your battles.
Dedicate. Can you hear my aircon, by the way? I don't know if you can. If you can, I'll turn it off, but it's the Aussie summer down here and I'm kind of schwitzing.
You're fine.
We're good. This is Fabrizio's book, Horace H. Hoover. I read it just before Christmas, I think. Very graciously sent that to me. I loved it. I put a review up on the channel. I put a short out on it. We can chat about this. We can chat about you. I just said to Fabrizio before we started, I was like, I don't want to do a promo show. I don't want to bring up your Kickstarter and go through the tiers and everything. And I was like, I don't even think creators want to do that anymore. You said,
yeah, if anybody knows me, they know I don't sell. Like, if my life depended on it, I'd be like...
You and I are cut from the same cloth. When's the last time I showed my own website? I can't even remember.
Yeah.
I did say H. Yeah, I don't know, is that a British thing?
Yes.
No, I say H. I didn't say H.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. That's my mother taught me to speak the Kings, so that's how it is. What's up, Jav? My time to say hi. Good to see you. Did you remember to smash that like button? Please do. Thank you, Tank Ferret, and welcome everybody here. It's great to see you in 2026. It's a new year. Big things on the horizon. You do have a book, actually. I've pinned the link.
Thank you.
So I just said I don't want to like promote Kickstarters, but we will actually talk about it. Actually, I'll just bring it up very quickly just so everyone can sort of see what it is. I don't know if I've got the. Let me share the screen. It's all new computer, so it's like everything is like. Are you sure you want to share a screen? Yes, please.
You don't have the permissions to do this thing on.
I don't actually. I literally don't. Open system. I literally do not have permission set up to share a screen. Hold on. No, it's gonna make me want to cancel. So hold on. If I do it in, can I share a screen? How do I do that? Share screen. There we go. No, I'm gonna share the entire. No, it won't let me. The link is in the chat. Go. I can describe it for you all. It's a Kickstarter. It's called Horace H or H Hoover. Its tagline is, "It's the next issue in the exciting occult supernatural pulp adventure miniseries," and it's sitting at $1 under 2,000. But that doesn't really matter because it's the $3,000 goal. So he needs about $1,000 to get this thing funded. He's got 3 days to do it. 70 backers. The link is pinned. It's in the description. If you like the cut of his jib, go check it out. We'll chat about it. Bootlegger says, "I'm so excited for the Horace H. Hoover book. It looks like so much fun. It reminds me of Tales from the Bully Pulpit." If anyone remembers that one. Do you know that one?
I don't know that one. I feel like I have to check it out because I haven't really had anybody say they thought my book sounded like another book. So
no, that's what I actually really loved about it. It's very original character. The guy's got his own look. He's wearing what looks like a vacuum on his head. Now, it hasn't been revealed exactly what this is it?
No.
Talk me through this. You're like, I want to make a comic.
Yeah. So, the journey is long, but as far as Horace H. Hoover, so I do a lot of different stuff. I like to do charcoal drawings and painting, and I was doing a series of really huge portraits, but they were like caricatures. And I would just start with a real basic shape, like a circle, a square, and then I would do these really refined, realistic caricatures. And I'm like, okay, I'll run upstairs and I'll start getting the basic shape down. And I just do like a rectangle, and I'm like, and then I put what I think is going to be an ear, but it's a little too high, and I'm like, oh, that's funny. That looks like an old canister vacuum cleaner. And I put another circle, and then I just connect the tube, and I have him wearing a suit. I'm like, that's funny. It just made me chuckle, and that was it. I took it and I kind of threw it in a pile.
When was this? Like how long ago?
It was 2017, 16, something like that.
So you're an artist primarily. That's how you would categorize yourself?
You mean my day job kind of thing, or?
Well, in terms of coming into comics.
Yeah, for sure, an artist. I went to school for fine art. It's always the art, and I've worked with writers in the past, and those always sort of end in disaster. So this is the first time I decided to take my art and kind of run with the writing. So
Molly says, Bancroft's goal is to frustrate Fabrizio until he pulls his hair out, spreading the global forehead virus. Get it out there. Get it around there. Big foreheads unite. You're doing it well. You're not quite there yet, but you're getting there. You got a nice head of hair. Looking good.
As long as there isn't a spotlight on the top of my head, I'm fine.
Yeah, as long as there's no camera on the back, here, where it kind of gets a little thinned out. It's all good. That's interesting because, I've read a lot of indies, and I actually. The art is fantastic, but actually it was the story and the writing that really made me enjoy this. And you do something with this character, like we were talking about how original he is. Sure, his looks super original. I've never seen a dude in kind of like a janitor outfit almost, with utility belts and a vacuum on his head. But he talks very unusually. He talks like he's some sort of, I don't know, vaudevillian act from the, I don't know what it, it's like he's like a walking thesaurus.
Yeah, he's very hammy, like an actor. Yeah, like an actor.
Yeah, like he's on a stage play.
Yeah, exactly.
And I kind of read it like that when I read it. I had this voice in my head where he's sort of enunciating everything in a very clear voice and accent and everything. But that's it. So had you written anything before this?
Some short stories here and there, but not comics. It's so cliche to say people write themselves, but sometimes they just do.
So this is you. You are. Are you dumbing down your vocabulary to talk to us normies?
I know a lot of words. My rules, and this is, I'm not gonna lie. My rule for writing Horace H. Hoover is I don't want to use any words that I don't know. Because I thought that if I had to open up a thesaurus or a dictionary to figure out the word, it wouldn't flow, like the rhythm would be off. So yeah, like I don't talk like Horace Hoover, but I know all of those words to use.
You must be well read. You must have read a lot as a child growing up.
Yeah, I'm pretty well read. Yeah, and I love like classic literature and philosophy and all sorts of like very hard stuff to read. So Horace was pretty easy to like cobble together from like different sources.
It's funny talking to you, as Mo points out. He pre-planned that statement as a flex on Rob, but Rob wasn't there. Yeah, Rob would be very threatened by all this vocab talk, all this perspicacity.
I always feel weird saying stuff like that, but it's true. It's like if you open up Frankenstein and you start reading the language, you just kind of get into like in your mind, and then the next time you sit down to write something, it's a lot easier to like use those words and use that sort of like rhythmic sort of flow. So
yeah, I grew up reading. I grew up reading all the classics because my mom just had a whole bunch of these books lying around the house. That's what we had, like Robinson Crusoe and all that sort of stuff. So I read all that stuff, Dracula and everything. So yeah, it's got words in there they just don't. Charles Dickens as well. Just tons of words that had just become archaic.
Yeah, and I actually have this contest with a friend of mine, and we're both sort of language vocabulary snobs. And I said, okay, tell me like your favorite word, and I'll work it into the story. And it was pulchritudinous, and I'm like, which is a great word, pulchritudinous, which means just like beautiful or something like that. So
I'm unfamiliar with that one. So yeah, I feel like I feel like the Rob in this conversation. Did you guys read Mark Twain in Australia? I don't know if I've actually read any Twain. I don't know if I have. I've listened to recreations of his speeches, which are like he's like the original stand-up comic. He would go around doing these speeches where he would just have these crowds, like a stand-up comic. He would just talk about whatever's going on in the day, and it was hilarious. But I don't know if I've actually read a book. But anyway. Oh, Headley over on X. Pulchritude is a throwback description for sure. Is that the word?
Yeah, pulchritude.
Oh my God. Can't even read it. Hang on. Horace has a transatlantic accent.
Yes.
That's that kind of. Was that ever a real accent, or was that just like a movie accent?
I think it was a movie accent, as far as I know.
Yeah, we have the same thing here called received pronunciation. So a lot of the actors that of Australian, who played Galadriel, and I'll come completely blanking on all their names now.
Kate Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett, Jeffrey Rush. A lot of those guys have this sort of. It's an accent. It sounds Australian, but kind of not really. And it's like our equivalent of the transatlantic, but it's sort of going away as well. Citizen says, Horace is probably my favorite indie book I've backed since I've been here. Fabrizio's humor is my humor. I felt the same thing. Within 2 or 3 pages, I was like, I'm going to like this book. I know I'm going to like it. Just because and I don't want to just blow smoke up your ass because someone watched the videos and was like, I didn't really like it. I didn't like that. I didn't like the way he was talking. It felt forced and everything. I was like, that's so funny. That's what I really liked about it. But I guess it's just
I love it.
Yeah, bootlegger can't wait to get it. On top of the writing and the art, really, it's kind of what it is. It's a hoot. It's a hoot of an adventure. He's like a supernatural occult detective. He's like a private eye for the occult. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of sat down and crammed together all the things that I like, and it's like I love books and I love libraries and I love occult stuff and I love humor because to me, like you need a little humor, like just occasionally. It doesn't have to be over the top. So I just kind of put everything that I love into it. Like Slurp is a great example. I'm like, I want to draw Nosferatu, so I'm just going to make a character. And he turned into something else, but in the time, Slurp was essentially a cipher for Nosferatu.
I liked that. That was started in I think the second chapter or whatever. He just had sidekicks all of a sudden. no explanation. They were just there,
Yeah.
and then he didn't say, "Oh, this is," It was just like they're chatting naturally with them, and then, you learn who they are through the story, and I really like that.
Thank you.
There was one thing I missed in my video, which I'm angry at myself for, which I really loved. So, for anyone who hasn't read Horace, I'm not going to spoil it. He seemingly exists in the real world, but he gets around with a vacuum on his head, and that doesn't seem to be an issue. And he says it allows him to see things or go places where others can't. He went under a bridge at one point, but it's this completely crazy. Actually, I can show it right here rather than me describing it. It's not that hard to find. It's this world where these tentacles are hanging down over the houses, and if you're I don't know, if you anger them or something, the tentacles will just destroy the house with you in it. So it's super kooky. It's super just off the wall, and it's like that for 3 or so chapters, and Horace is down in the friggin' this underworld area and these crazy weird characters and everything. And at one point he makes a phone call, and I love this so much. I can't believe I forgot to mention it. Where is it? Where the hell is it? It's sort of towards the end of this book. He just makes a phone call, and his wife picks up. And she's at home in a normal house making dinner. And she's like, I hope you're not going to be late. I've already started dinner. And I was like, that is just, that was just perfect dichotomy of the complete absurd and, the mundane. And that's when I was like, all right, now we're kind of elevated from, this is a good fun read, to I think this is going to be a great series.
Yeah.
Really
Stuff like that. The trick is whenever you're trying to tell a story, how do you insert that exposition? How do I tell Horace is married, that's his wife? How do you introduce it without ruining the pacing or cutting the story and then just inserting some random scene? So I feel like scenes like that have to be worked into the thread. If not, it'll kill the pacing dead. So
finding fun ways that make the story interesting. And actually it actually added so much depth to him as a character, because it's just like a mystery. It's like, huh? He's a dude who rocks around. And now I'm thinking, does he keep the vacuum on the whole time? Are they in bed, reading, and he's there with a vacuum? I don't know. But that makes it so much more interesting, because you'd think this guy goes home to some kind of weird occult Doctor Strange mansion, with all this stuff that he's collected over the decades, but he could just be going back to a normal apartment, and that made it so much cooler. Let me grab this super chat here from Jennifer. Michael, I love you and your beautiful family and the chat. You are a bleeping sweetheart. OXXO, what is it? XXO gossip. Thank you very much, Jennifer. We greatly love seeing you around here on Friday nights. Hope you are doing well, and I hope you have a blessed 2026. It's a new year. Most people use boring, long-winded explanation. There's a time and a place for that. Well, no, not boring, but if it's a fun story in and of itself, you can do long exposition. Yeah, I'm currently reading Lord of the Rings right now, and I was just in a chapter on listening an audiobook, and they're riding along. They got the army of the dead behind them, and everyone's freaking out. And Tolkien literally does a full page description of the mountain on the side, and I was perfectly fine with it. I was just like, man, they don't write stories like this anymore,
Yeah, I mean, Lovecraft would go pages and pages on the kind of roofs houses would have, and as long as the atmosphere is there, then you're in it, and it's not a problem.
I'm taking Lovecraft as a big influence on you.
One of the influences. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody just we all cobble together books and comics and movies and into the ultimate influence. So I don't have one author that kind of outshines another. I would say Douglas Adams, but Douglas Adams is just pure humor, so it's not even that like that extreme.
I was checking through my Douglas Adams and Terry Pratchett
I
stuff.
haven't
Have
read
you
his
read?
stuff.
Oh
No.
man, Terry Pratchett's so good. He actually, now that I think about it, he's actually very. I think you would love him because he writes fantasy that is comical and just super rich and off the wall. And yeah, like the Discworld series is just pure gold. The Color of Magic. There's this fun one that I love, and then people don't really. He does err on the side of whimsy, but look at what we're working with here. I don't think Fabrizio is above whimsy. There's a great book, and they've been trying to make it into a movie for 20 so years. They're these little gnome characters, tiny little things. They're like, but they're like people, but they're this big, and they live underneath a grocery store, supermarket, and they've lived there so long that they think that's the entire universe. And there's this, it's like a cult essentially, but the grocery store is closing, and they're like, our universe is ending, and they're like, no, there might be something outside. Like, heresy, there's nothing outside the universe. It's a friggin'
I do love that
story. It's called Bromeliad. It really is. Terry Pratchett, I think he died I don't know, maybe 10 years or so or something, but he actually worked with Douglas Adams as well, I'm pretty sure, on some books, and Neil Gaiman too. Jennifer Grover, again, thank you very much, Michael. This young fella here, Fabrizio, he's a handsome young man, isn't he? Look at that hair.
Thank you.
He's got that salt and pepper beard. I'm on my way.
Yeah, we can't put young in there anymore, unfortunately. It's official, but
yeah, that is true. I am, like, you're in kind of denial in your 30s that you're sort of heading towards middle age, and then I reckon for me 35 is your middle age. You're getting there, and now I'm like well into my 40s.
I had a distinct moment. So I lived in this neighborhood like 15 years ago. And there was an old couple that lived nearby, like 70s and 80s. And I used to take out their garbage, on my way. It was a very nice thing to do.
How neighborly of you.
Right. So anyway, we moved back into this area just recently. And I was taking out the garbage, and a young man stops me and said, "Can I take your garbage for you, sir?" And I'm like...
How old is he?
He was like in his 20s. I'm like, okay, so it's official. Like, I can't, there's just no way I
You
can
sound like
deny it.
you live in a nice neighborhood.
It's okay. I mean, it's fine.
What's up, Phil? We got Phil Diaz. Thank you very much, Phil, as always, for the Zaid raid. Always greatly appreciated. Yes, we did get a couple of backers over on Horace YouTube. So thank you very much. Up to 72. Need to get... Yeah, it's under 1,000 now, and this is the fourth book. So this here is the 3-book run all in one thing. Yeah.
Yes. Yep. This is issue 4.
And the fourth one is that like a regular comic book size? Is that a...
Yeah. So I actually have the proofs.
Oh.
So already looking good. This is the longest one, 38 pages. But
oh, nice. What would you say? Like when you... Is this your first comic that you've drawn?
So many years ago, I did do a short story with somebody. Then I did another short story with somebody, and then I started a comic with somebody, but that kind of failed before it really took off. So this is the first full comic that I've done myself, drawn myself.
Man, I really dig, and you do everything. Yeah, you're like
100%, yeah.
Letters and everything.
Yeah.
I dig I tell you what I dig. I mean, the line art is really nice. I dig the color palette with the cell shading and everything. It's very subtle. It's very understated. Did this used to originally print through Alterna?
Yes.
It was on newsprint.
Yes, the first 2 issues were on Alterna.
I would love to see that. It's like just the style. I mean, you guys,
yeah.
That's not right off. Like this style is like, actually, even this first page here. I mean, it's just perfect for newsprint.
Yeah, I mean, the Bronze Age style, everything about it. In my head, I was thinking newsprint.
That's what you like. You were like purposefully going for that when you
Yeah.
wanted to make it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not many people pull it off. Do you know Russ Leach? Oh man, Russ Leach does. I might actually have it here. I've got a whole stack of comics here that I've finished reading. Here it is. I've got it right here. That's not Russ Leach. That's I don't know. Maybe that is Russ Leach. I don't know who that is. This is the Shadow Kingdom. This is my favorite book that I read last year. Sorry, it just pipped yours out just by a little bit. It's Robert E. Howard's Shadow Kingdom. So he does this, and he's done so many pages. He's done like 3 other books. This is the only one he's colored though, and that's also on that like uncoated stock. I mean, that's Robert E. Howard's actual story. It's like word for word. But they went on and made their own stories, him and Randy Zimmerman.
Okay.
And these are like my favorite books from last year.
I'll have to check that
out. And
I
was never into sword and sorcery at all. But I was a Russ Leach fan. And he does kind of a bit more of a, I don't know, Buscema style than you do. But
I mean, if I could ape Buscema, I would for sure.
Yeah, and I don't think he's really aping either, but like it's in that vein.
Yeah.
But like he's got his own thing going. I think he's like the best who's doing that style right now, and he's pretty prolific too.
I mean, I love Conan. I never read the stories, but I grew up on the Marvel books and the Savage Sword of Conan stuff.
I don't know why. Like, I never was into it. I never watched it. I never read it. And I think I would have loved it because actually it's a bit like when I'm reading your book, reading that stuff. I get nostalgic for stuff that I didn't actually experience. There must be is Jav still on? There must be a German word for that. Nostalgia for something that you never actually experienced. I get that when like reading Horace H. Hoover. It has sort of like a old timey feel to it. That may be through the language. Hang on, another super chat here from Jennifer Grover. Michael, Canada is effed. Our PM is actively against our country. Ours too, Jennifer. Which you, Australia, and the UK are in like a triumvirate of managed decline, and it's shocking to see. But hopefully, sometime in the future, things could change around.
Yeah, we're not that far behind. So, you
guys have you're in the States, I presume.
Yeah.
You guys have your own issues, but you like. I mean, I talk about this regularly. You guys at least still have your Bill of Rights. You do seem to have millions and millions of people who want to make the country good. So at least you got that. You just got millions and millions of people who want to drag it down.
Yeah.
We have that as well, but we don't have millions of people who want to make it good either. So we're like in a bad state. Marcus says, I would love to draw a Conan type book. There's something about that. It like stories for boys, I kind of think of them as, and I do not saying it's like not for girls or anything, but I do kind of put Horace in that as well. Just sort of like adventure stories, where they go underground into weird places and find weird characters. You got this giant dude with a beard living underground in a book realm. It's all kooky off the wall. I love that library, by the way. You made.
Thank you. Yeah, I just basically, for me, when I'm writing, I don't know about you, but I just start with a seed, and I'm like, I wonder, because I notoriously smell my books. It's something I just do all the time.
I knew you and I are cut from the same cloth. The first thing I do when I get a book, a big huff. That's how I know sort of what I'm reading.
Yeah, and I'm like, what if they organized a library by the smell? And then that just sort of took me to the next. So
if I get a book that really smells great, I'm just sitting there huffing at every page turn. And I'm like, this is so good. And then sometimes you get a book, like, I hate it when they print black and white onto coated paper. That to me is just why. And it has this, I don't know what ink they use for the black that mixes with the coated, and it's like chemicals. And it actually ruins the book for me. It ruins the experience.
I just had a book recently that did that same thing. Yeah, I remember. So I'm reading in bed, and sometimes you're sleepy, and the book falls on me, and it like cuts my cheek. I go into work next day, and they're like, "What happened, Fabrizio? Did you get in a fight?" I'm like, "Not anything nearly as cool as that. I was smelling a book."
Oh my God! Look, Sehnsucht comes close. It's the name of a Rammstein album as well. There you go.
Wow.
Sehnsucht, which means to see and seen. I think. Like, if I'm wrong there, I'm a bit rusty on the old German. Bancroft can't handle the smell of heavy. Bancroft not prepared to let women in on the fun of adventures of sweaty, bare-chested men. Well, there's none of that in Horace, but there is a lot of that in the Atlantean. No, it's not that they're not allowed. It's just everything. You being a reader, you would have noticed like everything new is made for girls and women now. They completely abandon boys and men. And it's such a shame because boys do read. Boys have always loved reading. My son's in there reading a Diver Wimpy Kid. Like they do love reading. They just want to have stuff that's made for them. And
yeah, I mean, when I was like outside of comics, the first books I read, there's a series of books called Necroscope by Brian Lumley. Highly recommended if anybody out there loves vampires. And there is some inappropriate stuff, we'll say, but it is the most like boy-centric novel, and it's like, oh, this is what reading is. It's not Jane Eyre that I have to read at school. It's this other thing that with vampires and crusaders and violence and war and
what's not to love.
Exactly.
And I feel like yeah, my whole childhood was full of that. I would actually, I would love to go and get the there was a book of it was the complete history of all the supernatural creatures. And it was just, so to have a whole chapter on vampires and the first known vampire stories and, how the, man, I used to eat that thing up. It was just, I loved that. Yeah, no, they really, if anyone looked into the publishing industry at the moment, it is, I don't know if you've heard of, I'm going to slaughter the name here. It's like some cow milking book. It was the #1 bestseller. And it was a female smut fantasy book where this woman falls in love with like a minotaur, and it's called like Milker's. And it was like, that's funny on its own. But what's really crazy is it was the #1 bestseller like a couple of months back.
That hurts. Yeah, I mean, you had
Stein
Stein.
Is to see and Zien is to yearn. Sucht is the addiction. There you go. Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, getting into tenses and stuff is really stretching my abilities at this point.
There's a reason all those books. There's like it's not even a series because it's different authors and different publishers. Like Girl with a Train, Girl in a in a Field. Like every title has a girl doing something in the title. There's dozens and dozens of these books.
I originally wrote my book with a male protagonist, and I kind of wrote myself into a corner because I wrote, thank you, Lord Raven knows it. Morning Glory Milking Farm. #1 bestseller. Here you are, just out there struggling to get your excellently written, beautifully drawn Horace H. Hoover funded, and Morning Glory Milking Farm is eating all our lunches. Welcome to the decay of Western civilization. There you go. This is what you need to do. Horace Hooters, the side story.
I was thinking about releasing a absolute Hoover and just putting spikes all over him or something.
Big weird things. Yeah. Massive axe. Just making like everyone is 20 times bigger than what they otherwise would be. Yeah, here it's the way to go these days. You have also as well, I mean, you don't have the obligatory, sexy Kickstarter cover. So that, is always a hard selling point on Kickstarter.
I did notice that as I was scrolling through. After I put my campaign up, I'm like, yeah, this really doesn't fit in this list of books. But somebody
a
out
shame.
there.
You know, I put out these shorts, and they get out to people who, you know, never normally, they don't know who I am, and they say a lot of the same stuff. But one thing that they do say a lot of is, I don't read comics because it's just superheroes and like scantily clad chicks and stuff, and they want to read different kinds of stories. And I'm like, they're there, they exist, but no one knows about them. Or like it's such a
Yeah.
tiny number of people actually get a chance to see this stuff, because, you know, how do you force people onto funnel them into these, you know, tiny little communities or Kickstarter pages or whatever.
Yeah, you know, I've done a fair amount of conventions the past like 3-ish years. And something I've noticed is that there's virtually no overlap between sort of the indie Twitter comic book sphere and conventions. Like, I think 1 or 2 people in years came up and said they saw my stuff or knew about it. It's just like they're totally different sections of the market.
I've noticed that as well, because I started on a Webtoon. So I originally started uploading my stuff on Webtoon, and I had something like 25,000 followers. And that's a huge, like, if you had 25,000 Twitter followers or like
Wow.
active YouTube subscribers, people will go like, oh, you know, he's like getting established. Yeah. I came over to Twitter, YouTube. It doesn't matter. Like, you could have 100,000, 200, 300 over there. There's no overlap.
Yeah.
And that's not to say like it's not worth anything. It's still like, that's an amazing crowd. I'm actually planning on going back there this year. But you're right, and I've heard that. I've only been to one convention, but I've heard that from lots of people that, yeah, especially any of this like arguing and nonsense that goes on YouTube and Twitter, like that doesn't even exist on the con scene. No one even knows what any of it's about. So it's
No
pretty
clue.
funny that people get so invested in that when it's just complete. Like, you turn off your computer and it evaporates. It's gone. So it's a weird situation we're in. Bancroft coming back to the US in 2026. Unfortunately, not, because the family and I are doing a vacation to France for the first time in 7 years. So my wife is French, and they've been back, her and the kids, but I had to stay to finish my book. So this time I will be going back, and I can't really justify too big global, because it's a long
That's
way
awesome.
to go from Australia.
I have never been to France.
Yeah, no, France is France is great. The cities I would not recommend at the moment, but in the country, beautiful countryside, beautiful villages. The people are great, but it's very different to Anglo people. Like, everyone thinks the French are rude, and they are to us, but to them they're not, because they have a completely flipped idea of what is nice and what's rude. So like in Australia, if you come up, like in America as well, I found them so friendly and inviting and everything. They're very forward. In France, that would be rude. They'd be like, hey, I don't know you, get the hell away from me.
Yeah.
Like, who are you? Dr. Mart says, I have a friend who's allergic to the smell of old books. How do you deal with a person like that? Well, you just have to abandon them.
Yeah. Cut them out of your life.
Mo says, Bancroft is referring to those bedazzled booty shorts he wore when he rolled. No booty shorts. Confabulation, do you do a lot of cons?
Not a lot. I try to do a couple a year. Just I pick places that I like. I'm not in a great spot. I'm in Pittsburgh, PA. It's not real close to anything, so I have to drive quite a bit.
Try Melbourne, Australia. How do you get books overseas? How do you even do that?
Yeah.
You can't. And as well, they're really cracking down now on people who are kind of going into the country and doing work that they shouldn't be doing. So yeah, I would love to come over to the States and meet everyone and hang out. It's a lot of expense for just like a hangout, and I would love to do it.
Yeah.
Maybe in 2027. We'll see how 2026 goes. Who knows? Maybe I'll blow up on Webtoon and I'll get invited over.
Yeah, the travel with books. Have you considered printing at like a tiny scale?
How tiny?
like this tiny, like tiny books. I'm going to
You know what
do
I did? Where are they? No one else has done this. Damn it. I don't have them here either. I should have everything of mine within arm's reach. No, they're not here. Damn it. I should have them. I printed trading cards, like proper trading card size trading cards with a comic page on the back.
Oh, that's cool.
And I was worried, like, you can't even read it. You can read it perfectly fine. So I put out 11 cards, and each of them have a page on the back. And I was like, why has no one done this before? It was like, because I was thinking, it's kind of like with your book. If you put out, I've got your trading card here, actually. So you just put like a puzzle image on the back.
Yeah.
Which I think is cool. Like, it wouldn't make sense for your characters to have speed, 79 strength. Like, it doesn't fit the story. So I was thinking, what do I want to put on the back? I thought, you know what's actually the coolest thing is lore, actually more story.
I love that idea.
Yeah, you feel free to steal it. Just credit me every time you mention
idea.
it. Books so tiny you can smell them till they're gone. Exactly. Yeah. Well, I am thinking, now that I've got 2 main books out, the next time I have to print them, which will be a while, I've still got a bunch of stock left. I will be printing the combined 1 and 2 like you did. Because how many pages is this one?
100 maybe ish.
Yeah. So mine would be 160.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I love, like, this is the way to do it, because how else are you going to convince people to like come and get onto the story later on? It's just like asking people to buy tons and tons of books. But you can also print digest size now. Like, you don't have to print. This is full comic size. You could print, whatever the manga size is. I think yours would do well with that, actually, because the art is, it would just work well. You don't have like really super lot of effects and everything in the colors. It's a lot of cell shading and stuff like that. I think it would work.
Yeah, pretty clear separation.
Running out of days. Stop smelling old comics and buy Horace Hoover for some sniffs. Yeah, it does smell great. Let me give it a smell test. Could smell better.
Well,
but
it
smells all right. It could be better though.
It could. I'm not gonna lie. As a connoisseur of smelling,
let me smell this one.
A lot of these ones.
Oh, this is way better. I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
Like, if this is, I would give it a 5 because it's kind of neutral.
Yeah.
It doesn't really have an odor.
Can you throw it in?
This is like, oh yeah.
Do you have a garage or an attic you can throw it into for like a year and then pull it back out, maybe?
I could put it, I've got a whole bunch of books here. I could put them in a plastic container. Or even better, a cardboard box. And just let it seep in all the old book smell. But I mean, nothing beats cracking open an old comic from sort of early 80s. And it's been locked in the thing, and you open it up and it just hits you. And then you're ready to read. Is it a scratch? It isn't. We're just two weirdos who like smelling books. It's a real thing. Like, people get pretty fastidious about it. If the book smells bad, I'm like, I can't get into it.
I've never met anybody so close to my like.
I knew it would be similar. We both have the beard. We both have a full head of hair, although mine's looking a bit ratty under the hat at the moment. And we both appreciate vocab, although yours, I give to you. You probably have the bigger vocab than I do.
I don't. I'm sure I don't.
Michael, I love you, not inappropriately, but my canon is that the one I already read? Did I read that one? I think I did. Thank you anyway, Jennifer. If that is a new one, thank you very much for the super chat. Andy Smith has printed Caldrath Digest and manga size. Yeah, I've gotten the Lost pages as well. It's a great size. That's going to be used against me. I'm going to say that again.
It smells great and it's a good size.
The comic book is a great size. Buy for the smell, stay for the story. Absolutely. Seriously though, if you're sitting on the fence on Horace, It is a strong recommend for me. I had a great time reading the whole thing. These are the sorts of stories I want to be reading at my age. I want to read off the wall, fully original. Like, God bless all you guys out there who are, trying to make that recreation of, your kind of favorite superhero story from the 90s or whatever. I support you. I'll check it out. But what I really want to read is fully new original stuff that surprises me. And I do not know where you're taking this story at all. I have no idea, but I think I'm going to enjoy it. Alex says, okay, Bancroft, bully me into it. I back. The system works.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Lord Ravener as well. Back the catch-up bundle on my recommendation. I'm so happy. The system still works. I was wondering, in 2026, does anyone care anymore about crowdfunded comic books? And you're like, I don't know. Because there's not, like, the whole buzz is gone. That's way in the past now. Now it's just the grind. All that's left is the grind. But the books when the books are good, they're so worth it. And man, like I spent the last couple of months of 2025 reading comics, and almost all of them were freaking great. And I'm like, where's the energy? These books kick ass.
Yeah, the crowdfunding thing definitely, it's lost its gleam. And honestly, it's been, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago. I randomly found a book by Tom DeFalco, Sal Buscema, Ron Frenz. So 3 of like my favorite comic book creators. I think they only raised like $7,000 for this book. And I'm like, what kind of world do we live in where those guys raise $7,000?
And I look at, like, Daniel Warren Johnson is probably one of the biggest artists in the world in comics at the moment. Like, he's on everything. He gets like 100 people watching his art live streams. Like, probably one of the best artists out there who draws live. And why am I terrible with names when I get online? Friggin', the Raposa, Dave Raposa. He'll struggle to get 100. I'm like, yeah, it's just how it is. That's just like, it could be YouTube as well. People, and as well, I know for me, I've been on YouTube talking comics since 2019. It's 2026. So there's just a natural, it's just a natural drop off. Like, you're not going to do the same thing forever. So I think these things come in waves. You never know what's around the corner. So I know if you're like me, I never even question the fact of whether I'm going to make the listen. I'm going to make it because that's what I do. It's like, it's part of who I am now. So I'm making it. How I sell it, where I sell it, the amount it sells for, that is what's up in the air. Who knows? But the book is getting made no matter what. So
yeah, I mean, when I started the book, I'm like, I'm going to be the only person that reads it. So if more than me reads the book, then great.
I think that's a good way to get into it. I always said, for me, because I was really inspired by the European bande dessinée, the hardcover albums and everything. That's my passion. That's what I love the most at the moment. And I was like, here you go. It's good to have everything on hand. I was like, I just want to be able to put a book that looks like that up on the shelf and say, I made that. Yeah. And so step 1 is done. This was made. Thank you to all of you who backed it and made this possible, because these things, I don't know if you ever want to do a hardcover, get ready. These are insanely expensive to make. But that's step 1 done. Now I got to finish it. So that's step 2. And not getting any younger. So no, but yeah, I think that's the way to do it, because if you get into it thinking, oh no, I want to get, millions of followers and blah, 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 and all this sort of stuff, you're probably, like, mathematically on averages, statistically going to be disappointed. But if you can find, passion and whatever, and joy out of the process, then you're never failing.
Yeah. I mean, as one who always, in a room full of people, nobody ever got my jokes, the idea that I would think that anybody would like the comic. I'm like, there's no chance of that.
There you go. That's the beauty of the internet. You find weird people such as yourself. I got Horace H. Hoover straight away, and I can see a lot of others here in the chat who did. There was that one guy who said, "No, I didn't like this. I don't like the way he talks. It feels forced." I was like, "No, like I want people to
I love it.
be unusual." Thank you, Alex. He says, this is one of a few channels I watch anymore. Good host, good chat, and the only drama is us harassing Bancroft. Please keep the harassment coming. It does make it so much more entertaining. Even if I slaughter Moe's babies, he puts them up for me, and I fumble and I mispronounce things and I read things wrong. It is greatly appreciated what you guys do. Forced talking. Yeah, indeed. Put the books in a box of mothballs. No, that's not a good smell. That's a bad smell. That one I don't like.
I actually found my brother got this barn. He bought this barn, and there was a box of comics in there. Now these comics I think had been there for 10 or 15 years in an open box, and it was a stack of Savage Sword of Conan. So imagine newsprint being exposed to the elements in a barn for 10 years.
What state? Where is he at?
Georgia. He's in
Oh, that's not good. That's not good. It's very humid there, isn't it?
It is, but you know what? It's like concentrated book smell. So take like the most book smell. This was like meth.
That's your heroin.
Yeah, this was like
That's
meth.
Crack. That's hilarious. Did you see the story of the brothers they found a rare comic in their attic?
No.
Let me tell you this story. Jennifer Grover for $2. Michael, you're a bleeping sweetheart. Right back at you, Jennifer. Thank you for the super chats, by the way. It's so generous and so appreciated. I can smell that from here. It's like that time we got Corsican cheese. I don't know if you ever had Corsican cheese. You open it and it hits you. And then, so already you're in a daze, and then you cut it and it hits you again, and then you bring it up to your mouth and your mouth starts tingling. It's that strong. It's crazy. Anyway, let me tell you this story. It was actually 3 brothers, but 2 of them were doing the cleaning. So 2 brothers in their attic, their mother, she was elderly. Don't feel sad. She just died. Big ups to the mother. She had told them years earlier that she had some rare comics in the attic. They're not comic collectors, so they're like, whatever. But this is in the California countryside. Dry air, perfect condition for keeping comics. So they open it, you won't believe what they find. Not the first appearance of Superman, the first Superman comic, like the Superman #1. Yeah, already pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Well, they take it in, get it graded. It's like 9.5. It's the #1 highest graded Superman #1 comic of all time. It's just sold a month or so ago for $9 million US. And they just found it in their attic.
That's amazing.
It's like the ultimate fantasy, of like finding the old person's comic ever. Like, I mean, how could it have survived for that long? Because what's that? It came out in 33. It's almost 100 years.
That's insane.
90 years or so. And the guy was like, if this is anywhere else in the world, it would have rotted and decayed. Some
rodent gets to it, chews it up for God knows what.
Bredsky says found about 3,000 in coins. Nice. That's like finding a Ferrari in a barn. Yeah. I think I saw someone found like an old vintage Lamborghini in a barn. The only thing I found in my parents' attic was mice. Yeah, I didn't expect to find anything valuable. We didn't even have attics here, but I didn't expect to find anything valuable. Anyway, look, you are at 73 backers. I think we started the stream at like 68 or 69. So
awesome.
We didn't even have to bring the campaign up. Just conversation between 2 comic creators bonding over their shared love of whatever that molecule is in rotting paper that we like.
I didn't have to list tiers and rewards and
That's so done with that. That's nothing. Bancroft had an old comic of his that dates back to the Stone Age. That would be good. No attics. What do you put basements above your houses? We have no basements and no attics. We have sheds and cottages, and I had to build a shed in the backyard to put stuff in. I'm sure Fabrizio is thrilled you Boomercrofted showing his campaign. Like I said, it's a whole. Maybe this is the new thing now. I'll just keep saying I still haven't made permissions to share my screen, so can't do it. But the link is there. It's been pinned in the chat the whole show. It's in the description. You can follow Fabrizio at it's just Fabrizio Artist over on X.
Yep.
And you have a YouTube channel. I don't know if you're active on it. I've seen you go live.
yeah, I stream from there sometimes.
Is
So
it just your
check it out.
name?
Yeah, Fabrizio Aiello. Yep.
There you go. All right, everybody, we're back. 2026. What are we going to do this year? I got no idea. Updates. So I wasted 4 days troubleshooting and restarting and fixing a computer, but that's done now. So I'm back drawing. I've completed 26 pages, which means I have 9 left to go. Get it done. Hopefully it'll be done all in a couple of weeks, and we'll be able to send this is my book, Fractured Mind, out to print and onwards and upwards onto Ember Crown. So that is very exciting. Do it now. Back it. So you put a cottage on top of your house. Some people do. So there'll be like a house. It's built in this like 70s style, and then they'll just build a wooden extension right on top, and it looks weird. But yeah, it's kind of like a cottage. Thank you. Yeah, I want to do more shows like this where it's just chatting. I don't want to do campaigns anymore. That's lame. Anything else you want to say?
No, I'm good. Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate it, and thanks for having me on.
It's been great to chat with you face to face and discover our similarities. So yeah, let's do it again sometime. And as for everyone else, is anyone else streaming? Is there anywhere I can send you all? Let me have a look. Custom. Yep. Let's see who's live. I haven't sent anyone to young Vaughn Coleman in a while. What are they doing? They're discussing the Invincible comic book series, which I have not read, so I know nothing about it. But if you're into that, go and check that out. Otherwise, I will see you sometime next week. All right, guys. Bye.
Perth made an Australian video, and I wasn't even in it.
Emotional damage.
Thank you.